meeting of Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, joint with Committee on Local Government, is hereby called to order. I would like to acknowledge the presence of
Senator Padilla.
Senator Robinhood Padilla, who will be coming over in a little while, and other members of this committee will be coming over also later. Thank you for attending to this hearing. Today, we shall take into consideration bills that aim to transfer the control and supervision of provincial jails from the provincial government to the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. Senate Bill number 1451 of Senator Rebilla Jr. and Senate Bill number 2014 filed by this representation. I would like to request the Committee Secretary, Lawrence Asierto, to recognize the guests and resource persons present into this hearing.
Thank you very much, sir. We would like to recognize the following guests that we have. From the 2nd District of the Province of Zamboanga del Sur, we have Representative Jaisel Victoria Yu. Morning, ma'am. We have also the Governor of the Province of Zamboanga del Sur, Governor Yu. Morning, sir. Victor Yu. From the Department of Justice, we have Miss Bernadette Ong Oko. Online, sir. Online. From the Department of Budget and Management, we have Ms. Nihal Abdul Rauf, the Acting Chief Budget and Management Specialist. We also have Mr. Arve Niada. Morning, sir.
Excuse me, Kumsik. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Senator Tolentino. Thank you, Your Honor, for coming over. Please continue.
Thank you, sir. From the Civil Service Commission, we have Attorney Maria Cinderella Lim, Officer for Legal Affairs. From the BJMP, we have Jail Director Alan Suliano Iral. Morning, sir. We also have Jail Chief Superintendent Ruel S. Rivera. Morning, sir. We also have Jail Senior Superintendent Filipinas T. Fulgencio. Morning, ma'am. From the province of Agusan del Sur, we have Governor Santiago Bicani, virtual, sir, virtual attendance. From the province of La Union, the governor is represented by Provincial Warden Rimas G. Calixto, who is virtually present, as well as Mr. Celso L. Ot. From the Department of Finance, we have Attorney Michael Aaron Gakutan. Morning, sir. Morning, sir. Morning, sir. Morning, sir. From the Provincial J Employees Association of the Philippines, we have the President S.O.1 Neil Mapula, together with PJF Vice President Provincial Warden Ronaldo Togonon. We also have Mr. Catalino P. Arugay. And from the Provincial Jail Wardens Association of the Philippines, it is represented by Mr. Carmelo B. Andrada. We also have the presence of the Provincial Jail of Lanao, virtually present, Ms. Wadia Usman. And we have also Mr. Juan C. Regala, who is virtually present, and Attorney Tesalu Buñuel Elpa, Provincial Government of Surigao del Sur. Others will be coming in later, sir, virtually. Thank you. And sorry, sir. We also would like to note that the following have submitted position papers, sir. One is from Governor Yu of Zamboanga del Sur. The other position paper came from PJWAP, and the last position paper came from PJAP. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Comsec. Again, good morning to all of you, especially our resource persons who traveled all the way from Zamboanga del Sur, Governor Victorio. Si Congresswoman Rizal Layo, lang, andito lang naman siya, malapit lang sa kabila. Pero si Gobyerno talaga, malayo binyahe nito. Thank you for coming over. Again, today we shall be discussing bills that propose to transfer the control and supervision of our provincial jails from the respective provincial government to our Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, or the BJMP. As a background there, we have tackled similar bills last Congress, filed by yours truly and Senator Bong Revilla and other senators. But due to COVID-19, it was overtaken by time. But nevertheless, we were able to hear at the committee level those bills filed only in one hearing. So this Congress, again, the same bills were filed by yours truly and Senator Bong Revilla. As a government agency that envisions itself to be highly capable of providing humane safekeeping and developmental opportunities for persons deprived of liberty, the BJMP upholds its own world-class standards in jail management. However, currently these standards cannot be applied to provincial jails, as these jails are placed under the jurisdiction of the provincial government to which they belong. As a consequence, the standard that applies to provincial jails are the ones set forth by the provincial government. In the end, it may be contributing to the fragmentation and dividedness of our correctional system. Our goal in proposing the transfer of provincial jail is to address the said fragmentation. Moreover, we want to promote uniformity in the management of our jails so that there will also be uniformity in the way that we keep our PDLs safe and provide them with opportunities to develop themselves. In addition, this legislative measure also seeks to provide opportunities for career development for provincial jail employees. In the same manner, we want to unburden the provincial government with the jail management responsibility so they will be able to focus on providing basic social services to their constituents. In spite of the aforementioned reasons, we are here today to hear the comments and suggestions of our resource persons for our legislative measures. Specifically, we want to know why provincial jails were treated differently by Republic Act number 6975. We also want to inquire as to how our proposal will affect the policy direction of the national government on full devolution. Likewise, we want to hear the position of the employees and personnel of different provincial jails that will be affected by the proposed transfer of jail management. We are here to listen. As always, I thank you all in anticipation of your valuable insights and comments. We hope to craft a bill that will be responsive to the needs of all stakeholders. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. From here, I would like to turn over yield the floor to Senator Tolentino for his opening statement.
Thank you. I have no opening statement, Your Honor, but some comments. I've read the position paper of the provincial jail Employees Association of the Philippines, right in front of me, is Mr. Togonon. I've read the position paper of the Provincial Jail Warden Association of the Philippines, Carmelo from SFO4 Carmelo Andrada, as well as the position paper coming from the province of Laguna. I take note, Mr. Chairman, of what I learned 2 weeks ago when I attended the graduation ceremony of the Philippine National Police Academy. The Philippine National Police Academy's recent batch is composed of 208 graduates. So, Mr. Chairman, nakakagulat na out of the 208 graduates of PNPA class 2023, I think less than 11 would be joining the BJMP. And a lesser number would be joining the Bureau of Fire Protection. Bureau of Fire Protection, which I would want to be, terms of nomenclature, I would want to have the name changed to Bureau of Fire Prevention, not Protection, the same BFP acronym, but that's another story. So, naiisip ko po, with the passage of this bill, we will have to realign resources, personnel, and a lot of other wherewithal needed for the proper implementation of an integrated jail management system. And this hearing perhaps would explain all of this. So I would just like to listen. Iba rin po ba ang graduation policy, quota ng PNPA? Pag nangyari ito, na instead of just 11 being given for the BJMP, if I'm not mistaken, baka gawin na nating 35 or 40. Mababawasan naman yung PNP. Mababawasan naman yung Bureau of Fire Protection. So lahat po ito siguro should be approached in a holistic manner, taking into consideration the personnel to be distributed nationwide. Ito yung mga opisyal as against the prison guards. So having said all of this, Mr. Chairman, makikinig lang po ako and I'm glad to join the discussion today. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Your Honor, Senator Tolentino. For an orderly discussion, we shall listen to the resource persons in this order. First, BJMP, then the ALG, then Department of Finance. Number 4, DBM. Number 5, provinces supportive of the transfer. Number 6, provinces opposed to the transfer. Number 7, other stakeholders. So, BJMP, are you ready to present your presentation? You have the floor.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Chair. The committee.
By the way, before you start, I would like to thank you for your 4 years of sterling leadership of the BJMP. Yung bira lang yung isang commander na makatapos sa isang agency ng 4 years na walang malaki masyadong nangyayari whether crisis or what. Ibig sabihin na medyo maganda talaga yung pagkadala mo. So I am informed that you will be bowing out of the service come next month.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Despite your young age, you're still 54, 55?
54, Mr. Chair. 54.
54. So you still have almost 2 years to go before reaching the mandatory retirement age of 56. But because of the law that says that only 4 years, your time in your term should only be 4 years. So you have to transfer your command to the incoming.
That's why, Mr. Chair, we are also proposing for the amendment of the Law on Republic Act 6975 kasi affected din po yung benefits ng mga mag-retire early na mayroon pang number of years remaining in the service. Kasi yung pension, hindi namin makukuha yung full benefits ng pension. Dapat daw, as if na-serve go and full yung kapag nakaserve ka ng full term, dapat yung benefits, full term dapat may bigay sa'yo, regardless kung may naiwan ka pang
But anyway, that would be another mission.
Kasi kung nangyari yan sa
bigyan mo lang kami.
pwedeng mangyari sa Bureau of Fire, ang pwedeng mangyari sa PNP.
Mr. Chairman, Mr.
Yes,
Chairman, I think
yes,
you were
go ahead,
present.
go ahead.
You were present during the bicameral conference committee last night, and it was agreed upon that all members of the armed forces of the Philippines would have 57 years.
Yes, 7 years old. Yun ang pinaka-final in our BICAM
But in,
last night.
in the case of the Bureau of BJMP, ilan, sir?
56. But alam mo, Mr. Your Honor, magiging trend din naman yan. After magiging 57 yung EAP, all the rest will follow. Yung military and uniform personnel, yan sila eh. Isang kwan yan sila, isang boat yan sila eh. Kung saan papunta, sasabay-sabay yan. So, you expect the rest to follow, 57.
Just an interjection, but you may proceed.
Okay, thank
Thank you.
you.
You have the floor. Thank you. Thank you for your 4 years.
Thank you.
As director of BJMP.
Thank you, sir. To the Honorable Chairman of the Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, sir. To Senator Francis Tolentino, sir. And other members of the Honorable Senate watching us online. To our esteemed resource persons from the different government agencies, from the local government. Nandito po si Governor Yu, si Kong Yu also, and our colleagues from the provincial jails. Good morning, everyone. The BJMP wishes to convey our deepest appreciation to the most esteemed author of Senate Bill number 1451, authored by Senator Ramon Bong Revilla Jr., and also Senate Bill 2014, sponsored by no less than the chairman of this committee, for recognizing and appreciating the capabilities of the Jail Bureau by coming out the said bill. So Section 2 of Republic Act number 9263 recognizes the responsibility of the state to strengthen government capability and at the strengthening of the delivery of basic services to the citizenry through the institutionalization of highly efficient and competent jail services. Recently, local jails are under the jurisdiction of 2 different authorities. The district, city, and municipal jails are under the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, while provincial and sub-provincial jails are under the concerned provincial government. Hence, our correctional system in the Philippines is fragmented. This setup hinders the advancement of a national standard and the operational management of all local jails that aims toward more effective rehabilitation of persons deprived of liberty, or PDL. Integrating all the provincial jails within the jurisdiction of the BJMP has potential benefits, which are as follows. With due respect to our colleagues here from the provincial government, ito po yan. Number 1, improve efficiency and standardization. By bringing all provincial jails under the BJMP's jurisdiction, there can be better coordination and standardization of policies, procedures, and operations. This can lead to improved efficiency in managing the jails and providing services to our PDL. Number 2, increased accountability. With a centralized system, it can be easier to monitor and track the performance of different jails and ensure that they are meeting certain standards of care for PDL. Number 3, enhanced training and development. A centralized system can also allow for more consistent training and development of jail personnel. This can lead to better management of the jails and improved treatment of PDL. Number 4, it was mentioned a while ago by our chairperson of this committee, cost savings. Integrating all provincial jails under the BJMP's jurisdiction can also lead to cost savings, and resources can be pooled and shared more efficiently. This can help reduce the overall operating cost of the government with regard to the operation of facilities. Additional facilities aid in the resolution of jail congestion, thus providing the ideal living space for every PDL. And not to mention, Mr. Honorable Chairman, that our President, PBBM, signed the Philippine Development Plan 2023 to 2028, wherein one of the programs of the government is to unite the Penology system in the country. And if I may read, Mr. Chairman, It is in 13.2.2 on enhanced the administration, 13.2.1 on legislative agenda to enhance administration of justice. Nakalagay po dito yung unified penology system. This aims to unify all penal institutions under one agency with close collaboration among courts for the disposition of detention prisoners and convicted offenders. So this is no less than the present administration, Mr. Chair, mandates that the penology system of our country must be unified. So I think this bill, we support for the passage of this bill, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor.
Thank you, General Iral. Ikaw, alam mo ba yung dahilan bakit in the gawa ng 6975 hindi nakasama yung provincial jails? May
I really do not know, Mr. Chair, the wisdom of then Congressman Gumtang at that time, who sponsored Republic Act 6975, kung bakit na-left out niya ang provincial jail doon sa creation ng BJMP na ma-under sana ng BJMP. We are trying to dig up the records of Congress pero hindi namin nakita yung ano pinaka-reason niya doon. Bakit na-left out yung provincial jails.
Thank you. There must be a reason. There must be a reason, but we have to research further. Next, we have DLG. Sino sa DLG mag-present?
Sabi ng DLG, BJMP na lang daw ang representative.
BJMP?
Yes.
Okay. Department of Finance, you have the floor.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. The Department of Finance recognizes the intention behind the proposed measure. As to the appropriation requirement needed for the implementation of this act, especially after the 3-year transition period as provided in Section 4 of the proposed measure, Your Honor, we refer to the Department of Budget and Management on this matter, Your Honor. Subject, however, to the submission of the Department's official position paper. It would be all for us. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Gakutan. Salamat. So, DBM? Sino DBM natin? You have the floor, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, Honorable De La Rosa. Good morning as well to the others who are present. My name is Nihal Abdul-Rauf, the DBM Budget Information Legislative Service. Your Honor, we are still studying the organizational and funding requirements of the bills. In as much as we are facing challenges in gathering the data that we need, considering that the present provincial and sub-provincial jails are funded or charged against local funds. However, at this juncture, what we can share to the Honorable Chairperson are the following information. One is that there are 80, there is a total of 80 provincial and sub-provincial jails, and that there are 3,296 existing personnel of the 80 jails, with a total 1.2 billion personal services requirements. That is for pay and allowances of the 3,296 jail guards alone. Now, we understand, based on the information that we gained, is that the BJMP will need 5,001 jail guards in order to meet the 1:7 inmates ratio. Now, if we are to estimate that, the national government will need, or the BJMP will need 3.6 billion pesos for the personal services alone. The other information, Mr. Chair, we are still gathering it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. But, di ba, plus minus lang yan. Hindi man ganito kasimple, pero alam ko may additional cost pa rin. Pero whatever is the fund that is being used by the provincial governments, by the LGU, in the operation of these provincial jails, pwede mo so ibawas dun sa kanila dahil wala naman sa kanila itong, kung matatanggal itong mandate na ito sa kanila, hindi ba pwede ang ilipat sa BJMP yung pera na yan? Di ba?
Considering that the national tax allotment shares of local government units, the computation of their NTA shares is based on the computation or the formula provided in the Republic Act number 7160 or the Local Government Code of 1991. The role of the DBM is that after the computation, we release the NTA shares automatically.
Yeah. I got it. Nag-comment na si Governor Victorio. Ano nga yan, Gob? Paano hindi pwede malipat? Ang pundo
Yes,
ng
based on the explanation of the DBM, the provincial government fund is based on the tax collection, and it will be become IRA if sent to the provincial government. That is the whole amount. So, kung didakan yan, mag-iba naman yung computation ng sa local government code.
Thank you for that information. Salamat. So, kung ako ngayon ang provincial government, mas masaya ako kung makuha ito ng BJMP. Dahil less burden on my part, but my funds are still intact. Diba ko?
Yes,
Ganun.
that's correct, Mr. Chairman. Actually, those computation made by the DBM, maybe there is an additional funding from the national government, pero may savings din yung provincial local government, of which we can use it for other purpose naman, for other government and project and program or other purpose na sa operation ng provincial government. Ganun pa din. Pera pa din ng yung gobyerno, pero nagamit lang sa ibang purpose.
Correct. I agree with you. Tama yun. So, but anyway, pag-aralan nyo yan. Inyo yan. Kayo maghanap ng pundo para dyan.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yan ang maganda sa hearing at marami tayong natutunan. Ngayon, hindi ako dumaan pagka LGU. Hindi ako dumaan sa LGU. Diretso ako naging senador . Nalaman ko from Governor yun na ganun pala yung pundo nila. So, thank you for that information, Gob. Hindi nga pala talaga pwede transfer, no? Dahil ang basis no, computation dyan is based on local government code. Tama ka. Thank you for that info. Tapos ng DBM. Ikaw Gob, ano ka ba? Pro or ayaw? Sigurado akong gusto mo.
Thank you.
Governor Victorio sa Agusan Del Sur.
Good morning, everyone, especially to the chairman, Senator Bato de la Rosa. Thank you for inviting me here in this hearing. Actually, I thought this bill was already passed during the last Congress. But I will just reiterate my full support on this measure, Mr. Chairman, because of the reason that I think the Bureau of Jail and Management is given the primary task and mandate with the responsibility of safekeeping and development of person deprived of liberty. And it is the best appropriate agency to manage a provincial jail since the personnel are well-trained, possess technical knowledge and expertise to handle the PDLs. And of course, as you said a while ago, it will also unburden the provincial government unit with the task of supervising and control jail facility. So it is our opportunity to focus on more pressing responsibilities in our respective jurisdiction, like the delivery of basic social services and functions, especially devolved to us by the local government code. And also, Mr. Chair, it is high time. It's really a high time to really implement a uniform, comprehensive, and standard policy for jail management, no? As our BJMP said, medyo fragmented yung policy because of different provinces, iba-ibang policy. And opportunity also of our provincial jail personnel who are qualified to be absorbed by the BJMP. And na ano lang ako dito sa bill, I have a copy of bill of Senator Bong Revilla. I don't have your copy of your bill, Mr. Chair. Dito lang sa section 5, after the transition period, no problem with regarding to transition period that we will continue giving support, especially subsistence allowance and everything, facility, including the maintenance and everything. In section 5, the local government, I don't know if this is after the transition period, but in section 5, it says, the local government of the province shall be a partner of the BJNP in the rehabilitation of the inmates in the provincial jails. For this purpose, the Sangguniang Palalawigan of its province shall provide for the maintenance and improvement of jails and detention centers and shall appropriate funds to supplement subsistence of detainees and convicted prisoners in the province. As per my understanding, Mr. Chair, even after the transition period, we have to continue supporting the funding, especially the funding and the maintenance of the jail or provincial jail or sub-provincial jail. After the transition period, we shall continue. Because actually for me, Mr. Chairman, being partner of the national government, we can also support, no? But it should be clarified if this is after the transition period or within transition period.
We will clarify this with the author, no? Governor Rio. But I think
version natin, sir, wala. Yung version po natin, walang ganun provision.
in our version, walang ganito. But we have to ask the author. But as I understand, parang after na ito eh. Ikaw yung understanding mo nito, parang after.
So meaning the savings we discussed a while ago is cannot be saved. But it's no problem. Actually, it's no problem for me as governor of the province. I just really want the management shall be under the BJMP.
Klaruhin natin ito, Gop, klaruhin natin ito.
See,
Thank you for pointing this out para maklaro natin ito.
Thank you.
Because this will be considered in our substitute bill after the hearings. Iko-consider natin ito and I will ask the author.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gov. Thank you for supporting this measure. Next, may we hear from Congresswoman Giselle Victoria Yu of the 2nd District of Zamboanga del Sur. You have the floor, ma'am, Your Honor.
Thank you, Senator, Mr. Chairman. As a partner of Governor Victor Yu, me and Congresswoman Divina Grace Yu actually filed also bills in the House of Representatives. These are House Bills number 5720 and 5724. And more or less, we are on the same page as Governor Victor Yu, of course, that we support this bill, which states that the provincial jail or the jail units will be under the BJMP. I think that's all. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your initiative of filing the same bill doon sa House of Representatives. So, para magkasabay na tayong aakyat, tatakbo. Salamat, Your Honor. Next, may we hear from Mr. Ronaldo Tugonon, Provincial Jail Employees Association of the Philippines. Ikaw ang presidente, sir, no?
Good morning po, Mr. Chair. Ako po yung Vice President. At the same time, I'm the Provincial Warden of the Marinduque Provincial.
Okay. Yes, sir. You have the floor.
Ang Provincial Jail Association of the Philippines, Honorable Chair, ay hindi ho kumukontra sa gustong pagpapaunlad ng jail system dito sa atin. Ang amin lamang pong concern ay yun pong aming mga jail personnels. Kasi po doon sa bill na nakapasa po rito, Section 4, Paragraph 3, all personnel of provincial and sub-provincial jails, unless removed for a cause, may be absorbed by the BJMP, provided that such guidelines must be consistent with the provisions of RA 9263 and its implementing rules and regulation. For the information, Mr. Chair, ang mga provincial jail wardens po natin ay matagal na pong nagseserbisyo sa mga provincial jails. Given nga po yung mga premises na sinasabi, kulang sa training, kulang sa national support, sila po ay nagsakripisyo na napakatagal. Pero dito po sa bagong bill, para bagang yung may be absorbed is, paano po pag hindi sila ay hindi na-absorb, sana sila mapupunta? Ngayon, kung iaano sila ng LGU, ang item pa rin nila is prison guard. So wala na po silang specific task sa LGU. So ang concern po namin, sana po dito sa gagawing batas ay medyo bigyan ng malaking konsiderasyon ang mga jail personnels para po ma-absorb sila ng BJMP in whatever paraan na magagawa po dito. So yun po ang isa pong napakalaking concern namin kasi sa present computation po namin ngayon, kasi short notice po ito, dun po sa kinalap namin, may 29 provinces po na nagbigay ng data sa amin. Ang jail personnels po, kasama po yung mga job orders, sa 29 pa lang po yan, ang provincial jails po natin almost 60. So, sa data po na 29 provinces, ang personnels po is 1,601. At ang kineticator po nilang inmate ay 11,424. Hindi pa po kasama yung another 30. So, yun po Mr. Chair ang aming concern. Sana po bigyan ng malaking pansin ng bill na ito ang kapakanan ng mga nagsakripisyong jail personnels ng napakatagal na panahon po. So, ang mga jail personnel po natin ay hindi po gagaya ng ibang uniform personnel na ang sweldo nila ay matataas. Ang jail personnel po natin, diretso ang operation kahit nung may pandemic. Pero wala po kaming hazard pay hanggang ngayon. So, subsistence, wala rin po kami. Pero hindi po kami umaangal doon. Tinutuloy po namin ang aming pagsiservisyo dahil yun po ang nakaata sa aming trabaho at yun po ay aming tinanggap. So, kung sakali man pong malilipat kami, sana naman po ibigyan ng halaga yung serbisyo na ginawa namin, serbisyo at sakripisyo na ginagawa po namin. Yun lamang po, Honorable Chair, at kaisa niyo po kami sa pagpapaunlad ng jail system dito sa ating bansa.
Thank you. Malapit pa tayo naging tukayo eh. May ulan yung pangalan mo eh. Tukayo na tayo, kakusap pa sa ulo. Ano? Okay ah. Ronaldo Tugonon. Thank you, sir. We hear you loud and clear. Narinig ko. Pero address your concern, no? Pakinggan mo itong babasahin kong Section 5 ng aking pinasa na bill. Section 5, the existing employees and personnel of provincial and sub-provincial jails shall enjoy security of tenure and shall be absorbed by the BJMP subject to the qualification standards as provided for in Republic Act number 9263 and other laws, rules and regulation of the Civil Service Commission, provided that those who will fail to comply with the qualification standards at the time of transfer shall be given a reasonable period from the enactment of this act to complete the necessary requirements for the concerned position. Alam ko, next na sasabihin mo dito, ano naman yun sir, kahit na binigyan kami ng enough time na mag-comply, ay talagang hindi namin kaya at hindi kami talaga magko-qualify. During our last hearing, last Congress, sino yung nagsabi na parang ulap ba yun? Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, ng governor o basta may narinig ko nagsabi, sir, anyway sir, yung iba dyan talaga na hindi makakuha ng eligibility, kahit na ilang years pa ibibigay mo dyan na transition period, hindi talaga nakaya dahil beyond their capability. Hindi naman yan basta-basta tatanggalin ng LGU na nag-appoint sa kanila. Ano yung ninyo? Ano yung inyong appointment as jail guards, di ba?
Prison guards po.
Prison guards. Sabi nila, hindi naman yan basta-basta namin tatanggalin, sir. Porque wala na sa amin yung provincial jails. Hindi namin tatanggalan yan. Hanapan namin yan ng ibang trabaho kasi matagal rin yan nagserbisyo sa amin. So, kung matutuloy ito, granting na, halimbawa, kung ikaw, hindi ka mag-qualify talaga, given the requirements, no?
Qualified po ako, sir.
Sample lang ito. Hindi ko na siya, maging presidente, maging vice president ka ba dyan kung hindi ka qualified? Alam ko qualified ka. Halimbawa lang ba? Halimbawa, hindi ka mag-qualify, hindi ka naman siguro mamimiligro na mawalan ng trabaho dahil sabi mo ng local government, ng provincial government na nasa amin pa rin yan, mga tao namin yan, matagal na nagserbisyo yan. Hindi namin yan sisibakin. So, tingin mo okay ito? Okay itong provision na ito? Please respond.
Honorable Chair, maganda po yun. Kaya lang po, ang sa amin, sa mga jail personnels po, doon po kasi doon sa bill na yan, parang nakalagay po dyan, ang aming pagkakaintindi, pag take over nila sa amin, hindi kami automatic na BJMP personnel. Kailangan pa po naming mag-qualify. Bibigyan po kami ng 5 years to qualify. Kumbaga, maganda po sana kung pag take over, qualified na po kaagad kami na BJMP personnel and we will be given 5 years para po makapasa doon sa standards nila. Kasi po diyan sa bill, pagpasok po namin, pagpasok po ng BJMP, hindi pa po kami BJMP personnel diyan eh. Parang bibigyan lang kami ng 5 years to qualify para po kaming mga recruits. Hindi po kami inabsorb.
I-consider natin yan. Pwede natin babaguhin ito na take over nila, kung since qualified na kayo, mabilis ang process. Kasi diretso kaagad na i-absorb sila, while yung hindi qualified, yun nga ang bibigyan ng 5 years na transition period. Di ba? Unfair naman sa kanila kung qualified siya. Kayo, dapat mabilis yung personnel ninyo, take over ninyo, ito yung qualified, automatic. Pwede nga siguro bigyan ito ng ranggo na corresponding to his qualification, di ba? Baka pwede ito magiging superintendent diretso or chief inspector or whatever. Yung, depende, dapat meron kayong board na magtatakel para...
If I may, Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead. General Iral.
In the passage of Republic Act 6975, may mga jail officers po kami na college graduate lang, walang mga eligibility. Ngayon, nang naipasa yung Republic Act 9263, ito yung binanggit ng ating provincial warden. Ito po yung professionalization ng BJMP at saka Bureau of Fire na kailangan graduate ka ng 4-year course, meron kang second level eligibility. Pero nang nag-start pong BJMP in 1991, may mga nakuha kami mga personnel na mga college graduate lang, walang eligibility. Nang naipasa itong 9263, Your Honor, nakalagay doon sa transition period na bigyan sila ng 5 years. Hindi naman sila inalis eh. Nandyan pa rin sa BJMP. Yung 2004, kumbaga up to 2009, kailangan makapasa sila. Kung hindi man sila tapos ng 4-year course, matapos nila yung 4-year course, then mag-take sila ng second level eligibility. Dumating yung 2009, Your Honor, meron pa rin hindi na ipasa. So lumapit ulit kami sa Congress. Nagpasa ang Congress ng 95-92 extending the reglementary period para makomply ulit talaga yung almost 10 years ang binigay. So sa awa ng Diyos naman, yung 10 years na yun, Your Honor, almost all na comply nila yung requirement. So pero nasa IRR pa rin, Your Honor, kung paano natin gawin para ma-address yung concerns nila.
Thank you, thank you.
Kasi kung sabihin doon sa IRR, automatic sila BJMP personnel, then they are given 10 years, 5 years doon sa initially, then marami pa rin hindi qualify. Extend ulit natin ng 5 years.
While we want to professionalize everybody, hindi natin pwedeng kalimutan yung humanitarian consideration din sa ating mga kasamahan na matagal na nagserbisyo. So, i-consider natin yan.
Anyway,
Just like,
nandyan yung civil service central personnel agency of the government, nandito man, pwede
Yeah, but before we hear you, kanina pa nagtataas ng kamay si Agusan Del Sur, Governor Santiago Jr. Gob, good morning. You're raising your hand. You have the floor, sir, Governor.
Yes, good
Thank you
morning
for
po,
attending.
Senator De La Rosa, sir. Is my audio clear at your end, please?
Very clear po, Gob. Very clear. Thank you for attending, Gob. You have the floor.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really was so excited to attend to this Senate hearing on the possible transfer of the provincial jail under the BJMP. Patuna sa lahat, gusto ko lang pong ipaabot ang aking respeto sa lahat ng members ng inyong committee po at sa lahat ng mga nakikinig ngayon. It has long been our dream, Mr. Senator, that the provincial jail be transferred sa BJMP po. Unang-una, ang pinakarason dyan, yung sa BJMP po, the people working at the BJMP are specifically and specially trained for this purpose. Hindi po katulad sa mga provincial government na may provincial jail na kung sino lang ang pwedeng gagawin naming mga provincial jail guards basta mag-qualify lang po under our rules and regulation ay basta-basta na lang kahit walang formal training. So isa po yan. Sa akin dito sa probinsya ng Agusan del Sur, Your Honor, marami po kaming mga PDLs dito na high profile. Kasi nga po maraming mga surrenderies dito na nasa jail ngayon. At noong isang linggo lang po ay muntik na po kaming inatake dito. Mayroong pong inkwentro. Kasi baka gusto nilang i-rescue yung mga kasamahan nilang nasa loob. There are around 44 as of right now. So kailangan talaga ng mga special skills yung mga taong nagbabantay sa provincial jail. Pangalawa po, na rason na why we are supporting this bill of yours and the other proposed bills also, including those bills proposed at the House of Representatives, suportado po namin yan, ay dito po sa probinsya ng Agusan del Sur, we are spending more or less 50 million pesos to maintain our provincial jail for their subsistence, for the personal services, maintenance and other operating expenses, and the capital outlay, and in order to efficiently run the provincial jail facility. At tungkol po sa issue na baka madihado po yung mga empleyado namin dito sa provincial jail if malipat na sa BJMP, I rest be assured that in the province of Agusan del Sur, kung sino man ang mga employees namin ngayon na hindi ma-absorb ng BJMP because of some requirements required by the Civil Service Commission, ay automatically i-absorb po namin yan sa provincial government. Kasi ang setup naman dito, Mr. Senator, the provincial jail is one division lang po ng Provincial Civil Security Unit. So mayroon po kaming PCSMO or Civil Service Security Officer, siya po ang head ng Civil Security Unit, at may isang division po kami kung saan po yung provincial jail is headed by the provincial warden. So kung hindi sila ma-absorb by BJMP for whatever reason, ay hindi naman po sila mawawalan ng trabaho because automatically they will be absorbed by the PCSMO. So kahit job order lang sila o kahit casual employee lang sila or regular employee na hindi kayang i-absorb ng mga sa BJMP because of mga certain requirements, wala siguro civil service eligibility or what, ay hindi po sila mawawalan ng trabaho. That I can assure the people na nagtrabaho ngayon sa provincial jail namin. And we are praying, Mr. Senator, that your proposal will one day become a law and para maibsan naman yung problema namin dito in maintaining our provincial jail. We are also willing to transfer the properties being used as our provincial jail, yung mga facilities namin dito as provided sa bill po ninyo. Pwede po namin i-ano yan with the authority of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, we can transfer all these facilities to the BJMP. Kung ano man ang pwedeng i-transfer, we are willing to do that. So nag-raise hand po ako, Mr. Senator, just to tell you that I am very thankful that there is Senator Bato de la Rosa who has thought of making things better para sa mga PDLs natin managed by the BJMP instead of the local government unit. Maraming salamat po, sir, and God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Gob. Maraming salamat. Thank you really for that assurance na hindi mawawala ng trabaho yung ating mga hindi mag-qualify na mga provincial prison guards dyan. At saka yung promise mo na you're willing to donate that land. Malaking bagay po yan on the part of the BJMP, no? At saka yung ating BBM, nakikinig sa'yo, Gob. Sabi nila, salamat, Gob, at hindi mo dagdagan yung budget namin na allocate sa BJMP. Nagpapasalamat sila, Gob. Thank you, Gob, for that assurance. Sana lahat ng gobernador, kagaya ninyo ni Governor Victorio, na willing to absorb lahat ng mga empleyado ninyo na hindi mag-qualify dito sa standards ng BJMP. Maraming salamat, Gob, ha? Thank you, Gob. Pasensya ka na, kinuha namin yung time mo, precious time. Thank you, Gob. Next, with, saan ba tayo kanina? Pinutol ko kanina, nagsasalita, yung civil service. Meron tayo civil service dito? Online?
Sir, good
Yes,
morning.
yes, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Sir, I'm Attorney Cinderella Lim from the Office for Legal Affairs of the Civil Service Commission Central Officer. Good morning, Mr. Chair. We would like to manifest that we will be filing our official position paper. But allow me, sir, to share our initial comments. As regards, sir, the Senate Bill number 1541, may we also manifest, sir, that it is only today that I have read the Senate Bill number 2014, which is authored by the Mr. Chair, sir. So for the comments, sir, for the Civil Service Commission, as mentioned po kanina, our concern is with regard to Section 4 of Senate Bill number 1541 on the personnel of provincial jails that may be absorbed by the BJMP. So, sir, we observe that under RA number 9263, the BJMP ranks were professionalized. So, in this regard, there might be existing employees of the provincial and sub-provincial jail who might not qualify on the existing qualification requirements. So it is, sir, our suggestion that a specific provision giving the non-qualified employees a chance to be absorbed in the BJMP with the condition that they meet the minimum qualification standards for the position, including the specific period given to the said employees to meet their deficiency. Sir, it is observed that under Senate Bill 2014 that there is already a provision stating that those who will fail to comply with the qualification standards at the time of the transfer shall be given a reasonable period from the enactment of this act to complete the necessary requirements. Sir, while we recognize that there is a provision stating that there is a reasonable period, may we suggest also, sir, that a specific period be included in the law, sir, so that the CIC will also be guided in the implementation of the transfer and the absorption, sir. That is all for the civil service, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Thank you, Ma'am Attorney. Alam mo, na-take up na ito last hearing eh. Tapos yung mga employee ng provincial jail, nakiusap sila na baka pwede sir sa IRR na lang yan ilagay ng BJMP sir dahil pag nakalagay kasi dito sa batas, talagang constrained tayo na halimbawa 5 years. After 5 years, kung hindi talaga sila mag-qualify, kusa sila. Hindi na talaga sila mag-qualify, hindi sila makapasok. So, yun nga, nakiusap sila, baka pwede sa IRR na para pwede pang, alam mo na, for humanitarian consideration ba, pwede pa natin mapapalawig. Pero alam kong very strict ang civil service pagdating sa bagay na ito, kaya gusto niyong i-fix natin. But anyway, pag-usapan pa natin ito. Anyway, pag-crop ng IRR, siguro, sasama rin naman kayo. Magsasabi naman kayo doon, i-fix niyo yan sa BJMP. But, sige lang ma'am, we are taking into consideration lahat ng sinabi mo. Yung nga, which reminds me, yung situation ng mga tauhan natin sa Bucor, kasi nag 5 years na sila after yung Bucor Modernization Act. Tapos nakiusap sila pala na, sir, paano kami makapag-comply ng requirements sir na 2 years tayo na may pandemic? Sana i-consider ito ng civil service at saka implementing agencies. Kasi nakalagay doon sa batas 5 years lang eh. Tapos 2 years tayo na may pandemic, para bang wala namang opisina nung pandemic na hindi sila makapag-take ng exam, limitado yung offering ng civil service examination. So sana makonsider ng civil service yan. I think, yung nga, na meron ba taga Bucor dito? Wala? Kawawa talaga. Kawawa yung taga Bucor na after 5 years, nag-lapse na sila, no? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 5 years na. Nag-lapse. That will be another matter, pero yun nga, sana yung civil service ma'am, bigyan nyo ng consideration. Kasi 2 years talaga tayong may pandemic. Baka pwede pa silang papalawigin yung kanilang transition period.
Yes, sir, we will suggest to the commission, sir, for study and recommendation. Thank you, sir.
Pakisabi lang kay chairman na nakikiusap ako. Being the former director ng Bucor, I was responsible for the implementation of that Bucor Modernization Bill. Pati na yung pagdoble ng sweldo ng Bucor, talagang nilakad ko yun kay President Duterte. At maganda naman nangyari, na-professionalize talaga ang Bucor at kumunti na lang yung mga tao dyan na nakikianib sa mga drug lord. Kumunti na. Meron man, pitik-pitik na lang, hindi kagaya noon na medyo talamak talaga. Pero ngayon, medyo na-professionalize sila. So, sana, pakiusap ko kay chairman, kawawa naman yung mga tao na yan.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
mama.
Thank you, sir.
Salamat. Balikan kita, Mr. Tugunon. Ano yung mga requirements na imposibleng makomply? Hindi nyo kaya makomply. Generally, tingin mo, saan sila mahirapan yung mga tauhan natin?
Generally, sir, yung pong age
Civil
limit.
service. Age limit.
Yes po. Meron po tayong mga jail personnels na more than 56 years old. Marami po yan. So kung yun po yung magiging medyo marami pong jail personnels ang magkakaproblema sa age limit.
Ikaw, na edad mo?
56, sir.
56.
Mm.
Wala na rin. Kung pag BJMP, retirement age na rin, no? So hindi na yung mga hindi na ito
Yung may sir sa age limit medyo yan.
may problema.
Ang okay yung kung walang hindi tapos ng college degree, pwede
Kaya pa yun.
Kaya yun.
Kasi pag
Walang eligibility, pwede pa yun, sir.
Pwede
Pero
pa.
yung edad talaga, sir, ang yung mga
Ang edad, ang constraint, pinaka-main constraint natin. So, yun. Yes.
Sob na ng local government. Yung
Tama.
I would like to suggest yung yung personnel ng provincial jail sa transition period i-absorb na ng BJMP. The qualification here according to our BJMP head is yung college graduate. Yung qualifications namin sa provincial jail is only basta magkaroon lang 2 years in college. So kung yun ang maraming hindi ma-qualify. Pero kung ilagay natin sa transition period 3 years, i-absorb yung hindi pa nakaabot ng 56, they have the 3 years na kung hindi ba kasabit ng requirements, pwede silang hindi kunin ng BJMP after 3 years. But option nila pa rin na they can stay with the local government because we have to find position in the local government so that we can accommodate them, especially lalampas na ng 56 years old yung personnel.
Thank you, Gob. Tama po yung suggestion mo. Anong masasabi mo, Director Eral?
Yes, sir. Doon nga sa transition, sir, doon na pag-uusapan sa IRR. Yung age limit, medyo may problema talaga tayo dyan. So, tama yung sabi ni Gob at saka yung mga willing pa na governors na i-absorb na lang nila sana talaga yung mga more than 56 years old na. Pero yung mga walang, sir, 2 years lang, halimbawa, kung nakalagay sa IRA, natanggapin sila, they will be given time na mag-aral. Mayroon namang dami ngayong programa ngayon, sir, ititiyap habang nagjo-duty ka, nag-aral ka. Pag natapos mo yung 4-year course din, exam ka ng civil service eligibility.
Alam mo, kayo sa mga provincial jail, if you observe yung 6975, the same law, creating PNP, BJMP, and Bureau of Fire, di ba? Nung in-implement itong batas na ito, automatic nila binigyan rin ng 5 years yung mga PC. Dating PC na hindi mag-qualify, PC at saka INP, dahil may police noon na hindi degree holder Hindi degree holder. Binigyan ng 5 years para, in fact, sumubra pa nga ng 5 years yun Katagal nung...
Yes, sir. Na-mention ko po kanina, nang naipasa yung 9263 na professionalization ng BJMP at saka Bureau of Fire, binigyan ng 5 years. Kung hindi na-comply pa rin, takbo ulit kami sa Congress, extend ulit.
Tama.
5 years. So, 10 years po, sir, yung naibigay.
Ang non-negotiable lang dyan, yung edad. Yung edad talaga. Hindi mahirap yan. So, pwede pag-implement ng batas na ito, automatic yung lahat ng tao nila na hindi 56 years old, kukunin ninyo, diretso absorb ninyo. Then, yun nga, may 5 years na mag-comply sila. Kasi kawawa naman kung saka pa sila i-absorb kapag naka-comply na. Hindi maganda yun, di ba? So, ang gagawin natin, very clear tayo dito, automatically absorb sila. Yung hindi nag-disqualify sa age, absorb. Then bigyan ng period para, kasi kung sabi nga ni Gobernador, 2 years ang requirement sa inyo, di ba? Kung bibigyan kayo ng 5 years, siguro yung another 2 years to complete the bachelor's degree na kurso, makukumplay siguro within 5 years. At saka yung pag-i-exam ng civil service, proof bang kailangan dyan? Proof?
Kami sir, meron naman kaming Penology exam. So,
Nawin kayo.
yes sir.
Oh.
Kumbaga, yung na-observe sa amin na walang eligibility, nag-exam sila ng Penology officer exam
Oh.
na approved ng civil
At
service.
saka absorb na nyo, mga tao na nyo ito.
Oh, yes sir.
Konsensya ninyo kung hindi makapasa sila. Kaya
Yes.
kailangan turuan sa review. I-review ng husto para makapasa sila, di ba? So, well and good. Maganda yan. Narinig natin dito. So, yes, you want to say something?
Just one point, Honorable Chairman po, para maklear na lahat. So ang possible naman pong maging problema ng ating jail personnel, kung halimbawa ako 45 years old, absorb ako. Pagdating ko ng 56, retired na ako ron, kulang ako sa length of service sa BJMP kasi they are requiring 20 years ng length of service para magkaroon ng pension.
Sinabi dito sa bill natin, no? Existing employees and personnel of provincial and sub-provincial jails shall enjoy security of tenure. So meaning, ika-count yung government service niyo. Government service man din yung trabaho ninyo. Di ba? Civil service. Ma'am, your comment on this. Halimbawa, regular ba kayo lahat o contractual? Regular lahat. Lahat ng provincial guards, talagang regular lahat yan.
Meron pong job orders.
Job order. Pero karamihan regular.
Regular po yung, iba-iba sa Mr. Chair na sitwasyon kada probinsya. Meron probinsya na mas marami ang regular, meron mang probinsya na mas marami yung
Okay.
job order.
Yung civil service, kung regular na sila, halimbawa, 20 years na sila dyan bago nag-epek itong batas natin, yung 20 years nila na appointment as regular sa provincial jail, pwede yung ma-count as government service. Kasi kukulangin sila sa yung length of service.
Sir, if we're going to look into the provisions of law, pagka regular or permanent appointment, sir, that is considered government service. So it will depend, sir, yung interpretation ng law governing BJMP kung treated siya as, kasi sir, baka merong specific provision doon na dapat ang service is with the BJMP. But if there is no qualification, then the government service with the provincial government may also be counted, sir.
I-specify na lang namin dito sa
Yes.
bill namin, no?
Yes,
Para
sir.
maklaro
Para
lahat
clear.
yan. So idagdag natin yan dito. Para hindi kayo kawawa. Sayang yung ilang years kayo nagserbisyo. Tapos pag-retire ninyo, hindi pala counted. Yung BJMP lang na years ninyo ang counted. So kukunti lang matanggap ninyo. So we'll consider that. Take note. Okay. So okay na tayo doon. Ano pa?
So far okay na po doon sa ano na yan, sa yung concern ko sa jail personnel. Basta yung pong ulitin lang po, yung pong automatic absorption and yung tungkol po doon sa length of service.
Hindi, gagawin natin yan.
Yes,
Gagawin
po.
natin yan. Mabuti sinabi mo.
We're glad po, Mr. Honorable Chair.
Okay naman kayo, di ba? Yung automatic absorption. Bigyan naman sila ng 5 years na or
Basta nakalagay include lang doon sir sa IRR, wala namang problema.
okay.
Hmm.
Yung takot nila ba na para bang pag-take over ng BJMP, ang treatment sa kanila is hindi sila BJMP. Para bang another mamal sila doon, second class citizen na subject to kuan pa. Ang maganda siguro, i-absorb sila diretso. Then kung hindi sila mag-qualify within 5 years, then saka na sila tatanggalin, di ba? Parang ganun. So, pwede ba siguro? Okay, sige. Ano pa ang concern ninyo? Mr. Andrada, you want to say something? Please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Honorable
You are the Provincial Jail Warden Associations of the Philippines.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Saan ka? Saan
Nueva Vizcaya Provincial Jail.
Vizcaya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and honorable members of the committee. Mr. Chair, please allow me to read the submitted opinion. This is dated March 20, 2023. Before I proceed, Mr. Chair, I am Senior Fire Officer for Carmelo B. Andrada, retired. I am a recruit of the INP and a product also of Republic Act 6975.
Ano lang edad mo?
59 na, Your Honor.
Then,
Yes, Your Honor.
maaga kang nag-recruit sa fire. INP pa?
INP, Mr.
INP?
Chair. I was a recruit in 1990.
1990?
Yes, and then in 1991,
INP?
I chose to go with the BFP, Mr.
BFP.
Chair. And I retired from the BFP in 2019 at the age of 50, optional retirement.
Optional.
And then when there was a vacant position at the provincial jail in More Province, I was luckily appointed as the assistant provincial warden.
Very good.
And then subsequently got the full-fledged provincial warden, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
And I am a product of Republic Act 6975 also, Mr. Chair.
Ayos. Go ahead. Salamat.
Thank you, Mr.
You have
Chair.
the floor.
To Honorable Roland Bato de la Rosa, Senator, Chairman, Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, Senate of the Philippines, Pasay City. Sir, Your Honor, respectfully submitting herewith my independent comment as the National Vice President of the Provincial Jail Wardens Association of the Philippines, or PJWAP, and as the Provincial Warden of the Province of Nueva Vizcaya, with respect to Senate Bill number 1451, proposed by Honorable Senator Ramon Bong Revilla Jr., integrating all the provincial and sub-provincial jails within the jurisdiction of the BJMP. With all due respect to the Honorable Chairman, to Honorable Senator Bong Revilla, and to all the honorable members of the committee, it is my humble opinion that, number one, we are one with the Honorable Senator Bong Revilla with the objective of Senate Bill 1451 that there will be established a uniform and standard policy on the administration and supervision of all local jails. While we admit that local jail system in the country is managed by two government agencies, letter A, provincial jails, being managed by provincial governments, and letter B, district and municipal jails being managed by the BJMP. In Republic Act 6975, under Section 61, clearly defines the jurisdiction of the BJMP and the provincial governments, in which it is one of the subjects of amendment. Honorable Chairman, the responsibility of the provincial governments to supervise and manage provincial jails is also embodied in Section 17 of the Local Government Code, or RA 7160. At present and over the years, the provincial governments are smoothly managing provincial jails with the resources from local revenues and from the then era and now NATA. In fact, our PLGU, I'm speaking of our province, Nueva Vizcaya, has allocated our provincial jail an amount of 5 million pesos for its renovation, and it is now in the process of bidding. We also have acquired new firearms to replace the old ones. And in our 2023 approved AIP, we have an amount of 300 million pesos proposed for the construction of new provincial jail building, and an approved plan for it with an estimated cost of more or less 50 million pesos for its construction is already prepared. I'm talking on the plan, Mr. Chair. Your Honors, if there will be an alternative to this bill, like enactment of a law upgrading the provincial jails without integrating it with the jurisdiction of the BJMP, the morale of its personnel, Mr. Chair, may I go for the second page? Other programs of our provincial jails are likewise being funded under regular funds by the provincial government. This shows that our PLGU is ready to carry out its mandate pursuant to the local government code. While we also agree that the BJMP is a specialized agency with respect to jail management and administration, the BJMP personnel underwent necessary trainings thereof, while members of the provincial jail may also avail the same trainings. Most of our prison guards went on seminars and short-term trainings relative to their works and were organized locally in coordination with the PNP, and some are with the BJMP. It is my humble opinion, Your Honors, that I agree that there is a need to upgrade the quality of trainings and skills development of prison guards of provincial jails. That it is through trainings and seminars that the members of the provincial jails could effectively manage the affairs of the office, hence attainment of its goals and objectives in fulfilling its mandate on safekeeping, reformation, and rehabilitation of inmates. In doing so, Your Honors, maybe we could do this by enactment of a law upgrading standards of provincial jails in the Philippines and providing standard benefits of personnel thereof, but without necessarily integrating it within the jurisdiction of the BJMP and without amending Republic Act 6975 and Republic Act 9263. To integrate provincial and sub-provincial jails will require amendment of these laws. Hence, the provision of these laws will apply to prison guards who will be integrated or absorbed into the BJMP. Your Honors, some of the provincial wardens are holding permanent positions, others are officer in charge and with concurrent capacity, while others are coterminus. On the part of the prison guards, some are over 56 years old, which is compulsory retirement for the BJMP, and others are below 56 years of age. With respect to eligibility, some are with eligibility and others don't have. Your Honors, if the bill will be passed, some would be integrated and or absorbed into the BJMP to their advantage, and some are not to their disadvantage. Though in the bill, those are not qualified will be given ample time to qualify themselves. Your Honors, if there will be an alternative to this bill, like enactment of a law upgrading the provincial jails without integrating it with the jurisdiction of the BJMP, the morale of its personnel will be boosted to their advantage, though there would still be provisions of qualifying themselves to meet minimum standards necessary for upgrading. The bill, when passed, I assume will require funding from the national government to support its operation and for personnel services, while the provincial government will also have to supplement for the subsistence allowance of inmates and maintenance of facilities. Your Honors, if there would be funds coming from the national government to operationalize integration of the provincial and sub-provincial jails, it is my humble opinion that same fund will be given to the local government through a law upgrading the provincial and sub-provincial jails for its operation. Besides, the current trend now is devolution. While it will be true that provincial governments will be unburdened with the task of supervising and maintaining provincial jails within its jurisdiction, but it is my humble opinion that our province is committed to perform its mandate pursuant to Section 17 of RA 7160 to include facilities and services of provincial jail, and it is not a burden on the part of the provincial government. On the other hand, our governor and other local officials are even promoting our provincial jail because of the programs we have and are being appreciated by our constituents and the product of our inmates that they produce. The professionalization of prison guards of the provincial jails may also be achieved by upgrading the system without integrating provincial jails within the jurisdiction of the BJMP by passing a law for the purpose and providing fund thereof. Mr. Chair and honorable members of the committee, this is just humble opinion, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Carmelo Andrada. Salamat. Again, going back to Governor Yu, like what he said, yung provincial jail warden mo ngayon, mataas na posisyon yan, di ba? Mataas yan siya. So kung hindi na siya mag-qualify because overage, hindi na siya pwedeng mapunta sa absorb ng BJMP, are you still willing to retain that position? Yung ganung item niya na mataas na wala na siyang niraran, wala na siyang ina-administer na provincial jail, okay pa ba sa local government na i-maintain yung kanyang item? Kasi yan man talaga diyan man talaga natitreaten ng mga lalo na yung mga matatanda na
Actually, the
Warden.
warden we have right now, Mr. Chair, is also a retired BJMP warden. And I think probably he has the age like our warden from Nueva Ecija. But anyway, we have other departments in our kung ano, sa province, like sa disaster, sa mga security. We can easily absorb, Mr. Chair, actually.
at least the same position, no diminution of
Yeah, the same grade position.
the same
Mr.
grade position.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Gob. Thank you for that. Anyway, we will take in yung position mo, Mr. Andrada. Yeah, hindi namin yan, kaya nga hinihir namin para mapakinggan yung side nyo, para maka-adjust tayo.
Isa lang naman yan, Mr. Chair.
Ah,
Isa lang naman warden or mayroon pa kayong deputy, no?
Deputy?
Assistant?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we have Assistant Provincial Warden.
Dalawa lang naman yan.
Dalawa.
Madali lang yan doon sa local government.
Hanapan nyo ng kwan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Gob. Thank you, Gob, for that. Next we have is one Bill Mapula, Provincial Jail Employees Association of the Philippines. You have the floor.
Your Honor, good morning sa ating pong mga research speakers at my dear colleagues. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Your Honor, thank you for this opportunity to speak and bring the voices of the provincial jail employees here in this committee hearing. Sa amin po sa provincial jail employees po, we are open for any negotiations, Your Honor. Kami po ay sumusuporta in any way kung ano man po ang ikakabuti po para sa lahat ng mga provincial jail employees. That's all, Your Honor. Thank you.
Pasensya ka na. You support this
Yes.
bill?
Yes, Your Honor. Kung ano man po ang ikakabuti po para sa lahat ng provincial jail employees, Your Honor, we support it.
So yung grupo mo is Provincial Jail Employees Association of the Philippines. Lahat yan ng provincial jail.
Actually, Your Honor, hindi naman po lahat members, pero majority po na mga provincial jails, kahit po yung mga officers po ng PGWA po ay members po ng provincial jail employees po.
You are the president?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Saan jail ka? Sa
Negros Oriental Provincial Jail, Your Honor.
Negros Oriental.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ay, hindi mo mapunta sa inyo yung mga nagpatay kay Digamo, Gobernador Digamo, dahil common yun, sa maximum yun may lagay.
Maybe parang pwedeng sa ibang lugar na lang siguro, Your Honor.
Hindi ko rin mapunta. Thank you, thank you. From here, we would like to hear from Mr. Catalino V. Arugay, Provincial Government of Cagayan, Provincial Warden. Yes, sir. You have the floor, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Thank you for the opportunity, and to all my colleagues, the government employees. Good morning, no? I'm the provincial warden of the Cagayan Provincial Jail under the Governor Manny Mamba. Okay. I would like also to convey his stand on this bill, no? Okay po siya, no? Basta i-absorb lahat ng employees. That's dun po ang bottom line ng ano natin, no? And my opinion, I would like just to tell my opinion on this bill, no? Kanina po sabi ni Dr. Iray, no? The message of our president is unifying the penology system in the Philippines. Kung mas maganda po sana, it's just my opinion, kung gawa na lang tayo ng Department of Correction, under na din ng Bucor, BJMP, and the provincial jail, one department na lang, instead of amending the provision of this RA. So, lahat na. Isa na lang tayo. Kasi po, ang isang detention prisoner, after na masentensya siya, dadalhin sa Bucor. Iba na namang management po yun. Jail pa rin siya. So, nakikita ko, unifying, isama na natin yung Bucor, not only integrating the provincial jail to the BJMP, but just one department. Kasi definite separate pa rin ng BJMP. Pag nalipat kami doon, dinadala pa rin sa probinsya, sa national penitentiary. Anyway, it's just an opinion, Your Honor.
Yeah, alam mo, yan yung nasa Philippine Development Plan ni Presidente, pero I also filed the same bill last Congress, yung creating the Department of Corrections, but hindi nga na-hear ng Department, yung Committee on Justice, dahil ang corrections is under the Committee on Justice eh. Hindi nila na-hear dahil alam nila na marami mag-opos pag create na naman ng bagong department, gastos na naman, ganon-ganon ang iniisip nila eh. Anyway, please continue, sir.
Anyway, I just, meron po kasi nga, siguro kilala niyo po si Sir Raymond Narag, no? He's a professor sa South Illinois, it's a Penology and Criminal Justice System. Meron siyang proposal, I think it was brought to the DOJ, Supreme Court, and DILG, no? Gusto niyang i-separate ang mandate ng provincial jail and the BJMP. Sabi niya, lagay na lang natin yung mga sentenced prisoners sa provincial jail and all detention prisoners sa BJMP. And then, suggestion niya, sentenced prisoner below 12 years, dalhin sa Bucor. And matiti-congest natin ang Bucor. So, the provincial jail will manage sentenced prisoner. Initially, ang kanyang suggestion is 12 years below. And then 12 years up sa Bucor. And then all detention prisoners will be committed to the BJMP. So may delineation na. So hindi na tayo magkakaroon natin, dito sa provincial jail itong sentenced prisoner na. And then sabi ko kay Sir Raymond, sir, baka mapuno ang provincial jail. And then sabi naman niya, we will have regionalized natin ang mga Penology jail. So every region will have a national penitentiary. Gusto niya kasing i-decongest ang Bucor. No, it's just an additional lang po yan, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Salamat, sir, Mr. Arrogay, for your input. Nakapagsalita na ba lahat nandito? You want to say something, General Rivera?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon. It is, sir, dito sa pag-ano natin, sir, ng batas nito. Sabi nga, sir, nung aking principal, the Chief BJMP, kailangan talaga, sir, din ito para ma-professional siya talaga, sir. Para isa na lang talaga, sir, ang jail system natin sa Philippines. Very fragmented talaga ito, sir. Even kung nagpe-present tayo, sir, in other countries, medyo naguguluhan sila, sir, because meron, sir, tayong provincial, meron tayong BJMP, may Bucor, sir, tapos meron pa, sir, other agency handling PDL, sir. So, talaga dapat, sir, it's high time na isa na lang, sir, talaga, especially sa local jails natin, sir, which is the provincial jail and the city, district, and municipal jail, sir. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Well, working lands, ha? Baka kung may pagkain na kayo dyan sa harapan nyo, pwede kayong kumain ng, well, we have this hearing. We hear from DOJ online, Bernadette Ongoko. Ma'am, you have the floor.
Good day, Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead. You have the floor, ma'am.
Mr. Chair, for the Department of Justice, we interpose no objection to this Senate bill, primarily because we support the singular stewardship of the BJMP, and considering the aim of the bill is to develop a uniform national standard in the operational management of local jails this will work towards the more effective rehabilitation of inmates. So, Mr. Chair, we support this Senate bill. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, may we hear from, sino naka-online na Agusan Del Norte? Sino yan nandyan? Agusan del Norte.
Maraming salamat po.
Provincial Warden Fermin Antinorio. Agusan
Yes,
Norte.
po.
Sir, you have the floor.
Maraming salamat po at ako po'y nagagalak na naimbitahan dito dahil po sa aming hiling na maging professionalized ang lahat ng mga provincial jails nationwide. At sa mga kasamahan ko po dyan, magkaisa kami, united kami na sa aming hiling sa inyo po, galang-galang na Senator De La Rosa. So, in Agusan del Norte Provincial Jail, we are unified with the BJMP and the BJMP. So, yun po. Ang lahat na kanilang sinasabi ay collaboration ng lahat ng mga stand po namin sa provincial jail. So, yun lang po, Mr. Senator.
Dagan salamat ha. Dagan salamat sa imo diha, sir. Dagan salamat.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Daghang
Ayaw
salamat.
diha, ayaw. Next, may we hear from League of Provinces of the Philippines, Angelica Sanchez.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am. You have the floor, ma'am.
Yes, so the League of Provinces of the Philippines does not have a unified position with regards to the transfer of the provincial jails to the BJMP. Kasi Mr. Chair, we believe that we will leave it up to each and every governor kasi hindi po kami nakakuha ng consensus on the position. And Mr. Chair, we will also take the position already taken by our governors, si Governor Yu and Governor Governor Cane. However, Mr. Chair, meron po kaming we have a little problem with Section 5 of the bill of Senator Revilla with regards to the which is I think it has already been raised as well by Governor Yu. Yung the support of the provincial government still continue after the transition ng provincial jails to the BJMP. Kasi we believe that because the bill mentioned of the provincial government being a partner in the rehabilitation of inmates. However, this does not constitute a clear mandate relative to its roles and functions in the management, operation, and control of the turned over provincial and sub-provincial jails. So medyo we are at a quandary, Mr. Chair, which has already been also raised by Governor Yu. Paano po ba ito post-transition? And then with regards to your bill dun sa for the transition period, may we propose that we adopt the provision of the bill of Senator Revilla that we put in there the 3-year transition period. Kasi mas I think for governors who are in favor of the transfer of the provincial jails to the BJMP, I think they will appreciate it na medyo may clear timeline tayo for the turnover of the operations and maintenance. I think that would be all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Well noted po yung lahat ng sinabi mo. Tama nga yung sinahit mo, yung sinahit na rin kanina ni Governor Yu. Well taken po. Thank you. DBM, can we... BJMP pala. Can you react on that? Yung sinabi ni Ma'am Angelica Sanchez?
Yes, sir. During one of the meetings with sa mga OLAPs at saka mga governors, lumabas yung proposal na during the transition period, kung sino na yung willing na mga provinces na ibigay kaagad, pwede. Yung iba na ayaw pa, bigyan sila ng time. So, lumalabas yung na yan, sir, yung idea na yan. That is something to be considered by the technical working group. Kung maipasa itong batas na ito, titingnan yung suggestions na yan. Sa amin, wala naman kaming problema kung halimbawa, sinabi ng batas na all provincial jails ilipat na sa BJMP. Then mayroong mga provinces sir na ayaw pa. So hayaan lang natin sila kung ano, kung gusto naman nila na time na gusto na nila i-cease yung pagmamanage, that is the time na doon sir, ibigay nila sa bureau. So kumbaga, merong provision doon sa transition period. So I think this is something na pwedeng i-explore ng technical working group sir in the crafting and finalization of the bill.
Kaya mahalaga talaga na maayos natin ito bago ka mag-retire. Kasi ito pala kumakausap ng mga
I joined the BJMP after graduation from the PNPA in 1994. Since 2004, 14th Congress, pinasa na namin tong batas na ito kasi nakikita na natin to na yung mga stakeholders sa sa corrections talaga gusto talaga i-unify, but first we will unify the local jails na under sa DILG. Saka natin pag-usapan yung integration ng local jails at saka national penitentiary, itong Bureau of Corrections. Kasi ang hirap na maraming kausap na so gusto nila na lahat muna ng local jails kasi we have the same mandate, yung dadalhin yung mga wala pang sentensya sa korte, balik sa jail, so escortan. So parehong trabaho namin. Pero magkakaiba kami ng mga polisiya.
Step by step. Kasi biglain natin masyadong malaki.
Yes sir, opo.
Masyadong matigas ang oposisyon.
Ito kasi sir, under DILG lang kami, sa DILG lang.
Thank you, Director Iral. Thank you, Ma'am Angelica Sanchez. Salamat po. Next, we will hear from Surigao del Sur, Warden, Attorney Boniel Elpa. Andyan ka ba, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Attorney Boniel.
Good afternoon. Yes, Mr. Chair. I am representing the Governor of the Province of Surigao del Sur, Governor Alexander T. Pimentel. Mr. Chair, you have our support in this Senate bill. The provincial government of Surigao del Sur supports this Senate bill because, again, this will lessen the burden on the part of the provincial government as to the supervision, as to the maintenance of the provincial jail facility. However, Mr. Chair, we also have a question, or we would like to clarify the Section 5 of the Senate bill proposed by Senator Ramon Revilla. Again, same with the sentiments of Governor Yu as to this Section 5, that the sangguniang panlalawigan of each province shall provide for the maintenance and improvements of jails and detention centers and shall appropriate funds for the subsistence of the detainees and convicted prisoners in the province. Because again, we would like to know whether this will be implemented within the transition period or after the transition period. That would be all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am, Attorney Boniel. Again, we will clarify it from the author himself so that in the crafting of the substitute bill, everything will be clear. So, salamat, Ma'am. Paki-regards ko kay Governor Ayik. Regards mo ko sa kanya.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Makakarating po.
Og sa tanan akong amigo dia sa Surigao del Sur.
Yes.
Og sa tanan mga Alimango dia, regards ko. Salamat.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Next, we will hear from the Provincial Warden of La Union, Rimas Calixto. You have the floor, Sir Rimas Calixto. Kung andyan ka pa. Wala na? Okay. Ayan, Rimas Calixto. You have the floor, sir. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, Sir Bato de la Rosa.
Pwede na makita yung video mo? Makita ang video? Paki-on ang video. Hindi makita.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, and all the personnel in attendance. I'm representing our provincial warden, Rimas J. Calixto.
Back to dalawa sa yung device.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Nag-i-echo. Nag-feedback. Dalawa atang ginamit mo na device dyan. Paki-off yung isa. Ha? Oh, yung Kalib Hamid daw. Ipa-off. Okay. Sige, sir. Go ahead.
And I'm Assistant Warden, Silso Pangat, representing.
Nakamute ka, sir. Nakamute. Nakamute ka. Please unmute. I-unmute mo. Yan.
Good afternoon, sir. Mr. Chairman, Senadora Apubato de la Rosa, and personal in attendance.
Dapat sa side niya po.
Oo.
Medyo wala talaga kami marinig dito.
With regards with the topics being discussed, we support it, especially those the provision that absorbs all personnel and given chance to comply with a certain period of time. Basta po sa ikabubuti ng lahat ng provincial jail po, we heartily support it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Maraming salamat po. Thank you. I think nakapagsalita na lahat, no? So, again, I would like to thank you for your presence. Governor Governor Yu, Congresswoman Yu, General Iral. Mukhang last hearing mo na ata itong atin na, ano? Meron...
Sir, I will take this opportunity na magpasalamat sa iyo sa Senate of the Philippines for the last 4 years during my term as Chief BJMP. Yung support ninyo for the passage of the budget of the BJMP, sir. At saka yung suporta po ng committee ninyo. Maraming salamat po, sir. Thank you very much. See you sa sunod na mga araw na lang, sir, another capacity.
Ako rin bilang chairman ng Senate Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, it was my privilege to have worked with you. Maraming salamat sa serbisyo mo. Lalo-lalo na yung 4 years na pagiging chief mo ng pagiging director mo ng BJMP. I hope you will be appointed by the President to other positions na useful ka. Alam kong very useful ka. Batang-bata ka pa. Hindi ka pa nga naka-56. So dapat i-appoint ka ni Presidente ng other position na magamit yung expertise. Marami kayong gamit, napakaraking gamit ng taga-BJMP sa other positions. Thank you, Alan, for your service. Provincial Board Member ng Zamboanga del Sur, Juan Regala. Diyan ka, Board Member Regala. Yes. Yes, sir. Oh. You have the floor, sir. You have the floor. Juan Regala, Board Member.
Ay, wala yung kuha ng content. Sa'yo mo, di mo ka-record. Kasi maka-record video lang. Ha? I-video.
Lahiyog to.
I-video lang ba? Ano ka nung si Sino? Ginawa kasi yan.
Lahiyog na. Ano tayo? Enjoy? Okay, salamat. Salamat sa inyong lahat. whether you support this bill or not, ako'y nagpapasalamat sa inyong presensya. Thank you very much. Lahat naman tayo, ang goal natin ito is mapapaganda ang takbo ng ating jail management and Penology systems. Lahat tayo nagkakaisa. So again, thank you very much. This hearing is adjourned.